We begin tonight with the dramatic uptick in the number of COVID-19 related deaths for Nueces County. So far, 8 people have died in just one day. The highest number in a single day for our area, as Nueces County continues to come in at number 10 in terms of infection growth rate for coronavirus cases in Texas. Today's number of positive cases nearing 400, but more on that here in just a moment. First, our Bill Churchwell joins us live with what local leaders from the coronavirus task force had to say at City Hall today. Hi there, Bill.
Hey there. Yeah, Annette Rodriguez, the public health director, had this message saying COVID is real, COVID is dangerous, COVID kills. She says that it is not the time to invite anyone over to your home, especially the vulnerable, especially the elderly. It is not the time to send someone who is sick to the pharmacy to pick up their own medication, something she says is happening. Now, the health district is holding 3 testing drives this week. At the health district, there was one today in which 30% of the people who got tested positive. There will be another round on Wednesday and another on Thursday, in which there will be about 200 people being tested each day. And check this out, each one of those days is already filled with people who are on a waiting list. Yesterday, we heard Peter Zanoni say there were about 3,000 people waiting to be tested. To get your name on that list, here's the number to call. It's 361-826-7200. You do have to have an appointment. We are also setting records today. 388 new cases. The number of deaths has gone up. 8 people in one day, bringing the total number of deaths in Nueces County to 27. 8 people. It's the highest number of deaths related to COVID-19 in one day for Nueces County. You know, Judge Canales recently said it best that these people might have had other health issues, but they were issues that they were managing. What precipitated their untimely death was COVID-19. Judge Canales also saying today that the governor and TEA will be releasing information about guidance requirements on school reopening, and that information we can expect tomorrow. That is the very latest here at City Hall. I'm Bill Churchwell. Now back to you.